Hello student, in last lecture I taught you about the different part of brain and nervous system. In this lecture I am explaining the structure of brain. So brain is also known as encephalon, right? The brain is the highest coordinating center and anterior most part of the central nervous system. It is soft and whitish organ. Its weight from 1250 gram to 1400. It has about 100 billion neurons. So you have watched brain is very important organ of our body. It is situated inside of our skull, right, at the and inside of your head. So brain control all the activity inside of our body. Clear? So brain divided into three parts. In last time I taught you the progencephalon means forebrain, and mesencephalon midbrain, and the rhombencephalon hindbrain. So first today I am describing the structure of forebrain. So you have watched there are three parts of this forebrain: olfactory lobe, cerebrum, and diencephalon. So olfactory lobe uppermost part of the brain and made up of a pair of short glove shaped structure. So you have watched this part. This is cerebrum part. So this cerebrum part contain some lobes. So the uppermost lobe of the cerebrum is called olfactory lobe. These are covered by cerebral hemisphere. Each lobe consists two parts: anterior olfactory valve and a posterior olfactory tract. A pair of olfactory nerves arise from the olfactory lobes. These nerves receive impulse from olfactory receptors and cells in the nose and responsible for the sensation of smell. So these olfactory lobes are related to the sensation of smell. So a pair of olfactory lobes present inside of cerebral hemisphere. These olfactory lobes are connected to the by the sensory nerve in the sensory nerve by inside of the by the sensory nerve inside to the nose. So they collect the impulse from your nose and execute the impulse and give the message to sensory part. Second part is called cerebral hemisphere and cerebrum. Cerebrum forms the major part of human brain. So you have watched the cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Means it forms most of the part of the brain. A deep cleft divided the cerebrum longitudinal into two halves. By a deep fissure or cleft, cerebrum is divided into two parts: right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. Left and right cerebral hemisphere. The hemispheres are connected by a tract of nerve fiber in deep site. The deep site means this is cerebrum part and this is right and left cerebral hemisphere. And in the middle one cleft is present. This cleft by this cleft the cerebrum is divided into right and left cerebral hemisphere, and both the cerebral hemisphere are connected to each other by a band of nerve fiber. By the band of nerve fiber, this band, both the cerebral hemispheres are connected. So this band of nerve fiber is called corpus callosum. The outer portion of cerebrum is called cerebral cortex. It makes up of gray matter of cerebrum. So the cerebrum contains two parts: outer part cortex, inner part medulla. The outer part is made up from gray matter, and and inner part is made up of white matter. Makes up gray matter, and the surface of the cortex is greatly folded, upward folded gyri, and downward grooves and sulci. So you have watched these folds present on the hemisphere. So the upper fold are called gyri and gyrus, and the deep downward grooves are called sulci or sulcus. The large concentration of modulated nerve fiber give this tissue an opaque white appearance called white matter. So you have watched there are two type of matters present inside of brain, inside of a cerebral hemisphere. First is gray matter. So I told you the cortex part is made up of gray matter, and the deep part, medulla part, is made up of white matter. Gray matter and white matter. Gray matter is made up of cell body and cytone of the neuron, and the white matter is made up of axon, part of the neuron. You have watched this complete brain is made up of neuron. When the cytone part and cell body and cytone part, this is in ninth class you have studied the structure of the structure of neuron, this type. This is cytone part, and this is axon part. Cytone part form gray matter, and axon part form white matter. Clear? So this cytone part present in the cortex region of cerebral hemisphere, and white matter form medulla part of cerebral hemisphere. Clear? And the gyri sulcus you have understand. So cerebrum wrap around the structure called thalamus. The thalamus is major coordinating center of sensory and major signaling. Another very important part of brain is called hypothalamus. It lies at the base of thalamus. The hypothalamus control body temperature, urge, food eating and drinking. So you have watched the second part, diencephalon. Diencephalon is a part of forebrain. It is visual and ventral view of the brain. It lies on the inferior side of cerebrum. Its roof is called epithalamus, and its floor is called hypothalamus, and the side is of diencephalon called thalamus, means thalami. So thalamus is major coordinating center of sensory and major signaling. All the signal come from the sensory part of your body. First come inside of the thalamus, then thalamus execute these signals and transfer brain. Similarly, when the signals come from the brain, these signal first collected by the thalamus, then thalamus identify these signals and transfer to sensory part, right? And the epithalamus and hypothalamus. So hypothalamus control body temperature and urge of eating and drinking. All the body activity like feelings, eating, drinking, all and body temperature are controlled by the hypothalamus part of forebrain. So you keep in your mind there are specific region in the cerebrum for each kind of stimulus response: frontal lobe, temporal lobe, occipital lobe, parietal lobe. Frontal lobe control the speech, facial muscular activities and higher mental activities. Temporal lobe control the auditory reception or hearing. Occipital lobe control the visual and reception of sight. Parietal lobe control the touch, taste, smell, temperature and conscious associates. So you have watched olfactory lobe perform the function of smelling. Cerebral hemisphere contain different lobes. These lobes perform different functions. And the diencephalon contain epithalamus. It does not perform any special function. The thalamus part of this diencephalon control the coordinating center of sensory and major signaling, and hypothalamus part control the body temperature, urge for eating and drinking. So in this lecture I have explained about the forebrain. In next lecture I will explain the midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, thank you.